Am I a snap ahead? Yes, I am. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. It has been quite a long time since I actually sat down and filmed a Get Ready With Me. I had several of them pre-recorded, but I don't even know how long it's been since I have done this. So today we are going to be using the train case that we got in our Ipsy Ultimate bag, and I'm going to be trying on mostly new Ipsy products that we received, anything that I can use. I also have a new foundation that I'm using that I didn't get, and then I do want to try the Boxycharm brushes. So it's kind of an Ipsy try-on with a couple of little things sprinkled in there. I haven't really done much to my face. I did put on my moisturizers because the only things that, as far as skincare goes, that I can actually use are the Evolué, don't remember how to say it, the Super Oil, and then the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cannabis Sativa Oil. I'm going to kind of try one on one side of my face and one on the other side of my face, and let's see how they feel. Obviously, I can't tell you if they work, just basically the initial reaction to it. So let's try this oil, the Super Oil, over here on the left. This is a rather thick oil. It's more like a lotion because it's white. You don't need a lot. You know, it doesn't even feel like oil going on the skin. This feels really, really nice. It doesn't feel like an oil at all. It's soaked in really nicely. Let's see how this oil does. I'm having a feeling that this one is going to be much more like an oil consistency. It does have a slightly more oily texture to it, but it is soaking in very nicely and it feels good. So this side feels more oily than this side. Again, do they work? I have not a clue. I did get the Glow Lip Balm, and I really like it. Doesn't add any color even though it's pink, a very light pink, but it doesn't add anything, but it feels really, really good. And my lips don't get to dry very shortly after, like what happens with several of the regular lip balms that I use. So I think that I just got the IPKN primer. I know I just got it. I don't remember what box or bag it was in. Yeah, Bad YouTuber. I don't remember whether I've tried this before or not. Maybe you guys have a better memory than I. It says Radiant Cream. I like Radiant Cream. Radiant Cream works for me. It's white, not very runny. I think it has a slight scent, but nothing tremendous. Oh, it's radiant. Yes, indeed. Now, it definitely doesn't feel like it's filled in my pores. It doesn't have a huge silicone slip to it. Real tack. I mean, I think the tack here is just from the oils and stuff like that. But it didn't react poorly to the oils that I just put on, so that's a really good thing. The foundation that I want to try, I heard good things about it. This is the Shisedo Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation, oil-free. Does not have denatured alcohol in it, which is the reason that I actually picked it up. This is supposed to be some miracle foundation. I did test the color on my neck, but I haven't actually tried it on my face. I'm just going to be using a sponge to apply it today. One thing that is kind of nice is it does lock. So if you're taking it with you anywhere, you're not going to have to worry about it accidentally getting depressed. We don't want our foundations depressed. We want them happy at all times. So you just turn it, and it does pump out. It's a little runny, as you can see. I'm going to try this big old sponge that's just like as big as the side of my face. We'll see what happens. This really just applies your foundation to like your whole face. Okay, upon first putting on my face, I think the color is good. I'm looking at the two sides of my face. It gives decent coverage. I do want to try a smaller blender on the other side. This is my Sephora sponge that I got with the cleanser for $7. I absolutely love this sponge. Now if you notice it didn't cover up the cuts, I'm just going to add a little bit more, see if I can build it up at all. Covered it very, very nicely. I like that. I've been really trying to avoid putting foundation over here in the outer corners of my eyes because I find that it winds up getting very dry and cakey, and if I add concealer on top, so I'm trying to avoid that. I told them I'm filming, and they put the TV on louder. This is a $47 foundation. I did get it, wound up getting it for the 20% off because, yeah, it kind of went back and just picked something else up. You know how that goes. But I think I might like it. Let me know what you think about the color. Am I looking a little pale? I don't know. I said it really definitely matches my skin tone completely, but I think I tend to come off paler on camera because I don't have the best lighting, so you have to let me know. Did just pick up the Kylie Concealer, which was 50% off from Ulta. I don't think it is on sale anymore. They do have 30% off of several Kylie Cosmetics products, but I got it for $50. I've never tried her concealer, but I did hear good things about it. I picked up the color Shell. I'm curious to see what we got going on here. Okay, that's a little bit light. And it's very liquidy. See, I tried the other colors in store, but they were too yellow and seemed too dark, but I don't know. Okay, normally in this situation, all of my concealers look absolutely terrible. This doesn't look terrible. It covered up fairly well, the best I can get, because I do have a problem with dark circles, but okay. Especially that I got it for half off. That's pretty darn cool. And I almost forgot. Almost. I was going to say I'm going to step off camera and powder my face, but I stopped myself because I want to try the Trestique Face something or another. The color Contour Cheek Stick. I got mine in Brazilian Bronze. Again, cutest packaging ever. Looks like a makeup pencil. I am also going to try the brush that is on the other end. It's nice because it does have magnetic closure. It does swivel up and down, which is good, and I'm going to try this. It is definitely too warm for a contour. Okay, it glides on very well. Now I'm not dragging the brush because I think that will just remove everything. I don't know if I like the brush because it's a little too stubby, even though it's angled, at least for me and my face. I'm trying to look in the camera. I don't know. I'm going to try the BOXYCHARM brush and see if that works any better. Again, they mimic the Artiste brushes. A couple of strays here. This works much better. I'm going to try a little bit more. Again, not to use as a contour because it's just too warm. I mean, these aren't my favorite to use anyway. The only one that I really like is the Milk Makeup one. But it's not like I would go out and purchase it because I just have a tendency not to use cream products. Okay, I mean, I'm looking in the camera. And it's not bad. I mean, it blended out very nicely. You know, it doesn't leave like harsh streaks or get stuck in any places. Now I'm going to step off camera and powder my face, and I'll be back in a second to try some more products. Please, I'm back. I just set my face with the BECCA, what is it called? Hydra Mist Set and Refresh. I want to use this up, but I find it still has that wet feeling when you put it on your face, but it's a little drier, and I'm finding that it doesn't have the reaction with other products on my face that it did before, so I think the longer it sits, the better it gets. But it still doesn't make sense to go out and purchase it again if the main effect of it is not what works for me. And also to note, I really did not have to set the Kylie Concealer, say that 3 times, very much. It didn't really crease on me, which I have a big problem with other concealers. So that is a really good thing too. I mean, I have, you know, fine lines underneath my eyes, and most of the time I get like really deep creases, but this one, it didn't so far, so I just set it a little bit. Cool. Now let's go into the GG Gorgeous. I'm an idiot, guys. I'll tell you why. I'd wanted to use the BOXYCHARM brush to put on my foundation. Yes, I did. Am I a snap ahead? Yes, I am. Okay, I'll use this in another video. Do you see the scatterbrainness that I am? Again, we got the Gigi Gorgeous. I happen to get the bronzer in my collection. There are blushes and bronzers and I believe lip products, and I'm not sure what else. I did not purchase the full set from Ipsy. The packaging is very pretty. I think it will get dirty. That doesn't bother me. It's not a big deal, but it's very nice, heavy, well quality packaging. You have a lighter color and a darker color in here. These are very creamy, almost cream-like. I do want to try this brush. I should have washed it first, but makeup's not staying on my face. It's not a big deal. I'm going to try the lighter color first and see what happens. Picks up nicely on the brush. On my skin tone, it's kind of pigmented. It kind of got a little stuck there for a minute. I'm like looking here to see if you guys can see what I'm doing. It seemed to get a little bit more color deposited on this side than it did on this side. I'm going to try mixing them and see what happens. This brush is okay for bronzer, but it's a little too pointed. I think maybe if I was doing just a strict contour, it would be okay. I don't know. I'm used to a more fluffy brush for just like my all-over bronzer and stuff. Up here it's performing very, very well. You know, it's not gripping like it did over here. Maybe my face is just a little tacky still, I'm not sure. But it's a very pretty color for my skin tone and it's blending well. So I love the way the powder feels. It's so smooth and creamy. See, now there it looks neutral enough that it would be a good contour for me, but for some reason it's not working in that way, but it's okay. I could even go maybe a little bit darker. I don't know. Before I go into my blush, I want to do my eyeshadow. Because I was using both BOXYCHARM and Ipsy, I didn't know whether I want to use the Kylie Cosmetics or this from Violet Voss, which is the Fruit Sorbet, her mini palette. Very cute cardboard packaging. Very summer-like. Very bright colors. You are getting 6 mattes and 4 shimmers. The 4 shimmers are this green, this type of gunmetal gray, the blue, and the white. Okay, dokes, now I'm going to set my lid with this color. She doesn't have names on these, so. I am dipping in quite a few times, although maybe I'm just not seeing it because even on my skin tone, it is a very light shade. Thank you guys so much for all of the anniversary wishes for my parents. I let them know, I let them read all the messages, and they were honored and touched. If you don't know, my parents celebrated their 65th wedding anniversary, which, I mean, what an accomplishment, guys. You know, if I got married tomorrow, I would never make 65 years, and very few people do, so it is such a beautiful and wonderful thing that they got to celebrate. I wanted to do something really big for it, but unfortunately with, you know, everything that's been going on, it was really difficult. So, but they really appreciated all the messages from you guys. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the yellow down and over here. It's very pigmented. That's a beautifully pigmented color. I'm going to go into the orange. True to Violet Voss fashion, these are performing beautifully. I'm going to go right in with that green on my lid. With my finger, it is stunning. There's no fallout, but I want to try with a brush wet. Or a wet brush, depending on how you could put things. I'm going to go back in with some of that yellow in the corner again, just to bring that yellow back. And this is not a good blending brush. I have no idea what brush this is. It wore off. I blended them away a little bit, so I want to go back in with the orange. I'm going to take this darker orange. Wow, it's almost red. Holy smokes, that's a pigmented color. That color is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to take this brush also, and I'm just going to go right on the edge. Wow. Wow, look at that. I'm going to take the white shade, the whatever you want to call it. It's not glitter, but it is metallic. Underneath my brow bone. Okay, I want to try this brow kit. This is from Billion Adela Brows. It is their best sellers kit. It comes with 4 products. You're getting a clear, as I knock my mirror over, a clear brow gel. You are getting a concealer and kind of highlighter to maybe clear up or brighten underneath your brows. Of course, you're getting the brow product and a brush for everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is try this. This one is a little different. The other one that I received had a more triangular tip. This is a nice pointed tip, which I do like. First, I want to brush out my brows. I like the tip because right now it's pointy, and I was able to draw a nice line on here. The color is okay. It's a little warm. Again, this is not universal. It is not going to work on everyone. It's definitely not precise over here in the corner. It's just, you know, it's depositing color, but it's not like it's giving me realistic brushed hair strokes or anything. But I can see as this wears down, it's not going to be as precise. I wish it had come with, say, a sharpener on the other end or something like that. You do feel the product moving around when you're trying to use the tips, so it's not as steady, I guess, as I would like. I mean, it's nice. I think it's a little bit too warm for my taste. I usually go with the cooler brown. Will I continue to use it? Absolutely. Is it my favorite? No. So it says it is the Duo Pencil, the concealer, and the highlighter. I'm going to swatch them both on my hand. That is the concealer. Obviously, it matches my skin tone quite well. I want to see how it can clean up. I had shadow on my finger, and I just deposited that like on my nose. Isn't that great? And I'm going to try the other side, which is the highlighter. As you can see, I'm going to zoom you in. The concealer shade is much more my skin shade, where the highlighter shade is much more of a whiter color with almost a nudish tint to it. I'm going to try this brush. This is a very, very soft, kind of dense, a little bit thick. We'll see how it works. I'm going to just first blend this out. Now, I personally do not do this step awesome. No, I probably don't do it awesome either, but I don't do it often either as well. I am doing it now just for demonstration purposes. I sure as heck don't have time in the morning for this kind of an extra step. It blends well. I like the way it looks. This is in comparison between the two. I don't know if you guys see a difference. I can see it in the mirror. Whether you guys see a difference, I'm not sure. Yes, I do realize that I wiped off the sparkle that I had. That's okay. Let's try the brow gel and see how that works. It is clear. They got that right, of course. It's a rather large brush, though, to be honest. I don't know how it's going to work. It's kind of wet, but I like it because you don't have to be as precise because it is clear, so that is good. Let's try this blush that I received. This is from Lovecraft Beauty. A lot of you guys said that you have the full palette and you really enjoyed them, so I'm very excited to try it. I think the color was good. This is a very pretty, it's a little cool toned. Oh, and the lid just broke. Okay, I mean, granted, this is a little sample. I was able to pop it back on. It has a mirror. Very pretty. I think it'll go well with the look I'm wearing. This is a beautiful blush. Everybody was right. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. As I'm noticing underneath my eyes, the concealer has faded slightly so that I can see my darkness coming through. So that's one little caveat maybe about the Kylie. I may have needed to layer it and then set it, but we'll see. I'm going to go do my eyeliner and mascara, and then when we come back, we will play with these lip products. Hey guys, I am back. So I just want to let you know quickly what is on the rest of my face, and of course I will list all the products below. So in my waterline, I figured I was just going to have fun. I have my ColourPop liner in the color, I don't know, but it's the red one. And then I have my Marc Jacobs mascara, which always gives me very light lashes. It doesn't give me that huge fluffy. But then I also put on the ColourPop mascara. Let's see if this has the color I can read. It's called Left on Red. I mean, this is a red mascara, and I said I just was having fun with my eye look, so I figured I would. And then I'm wearing my March Beauty Word highlighter, which I really enjoy. It's the combination of two colors, I think Star Island and another one that I don't remember. I don't think they have them listed, but I love it. Let's play with the lip colors that we have here. I do not know if they're going to go with the look, but again, it doesn't matter. It's about trying out the products and letting you guys know what I think. So we received from Pop Beauty. Let me hold that up there so you can see the packaging. Very pretty packaging. This is the Paint Pout on Point in the color Risque Rose. This is essentially a liner, but you can also use it to fill in your lips as well. It has more of an eyebrow liner shaped tip. This goes on beautifully, and you can totally use it alone if you wanted to. Now with this look, I would probably rock a red lip, which I normally don't wear. This is not something I would wear out on a normal basis anyway, but again, I want to use these lip products. I really, 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 really like this a lot, and Pop Beauty is so reasonable. I think this was only $6. I want to purchase more from them. Now I have this balm that I received from Hola Neon. This is not a pigmented color, it is just a balm. As you can see, let's just swatch it on my hand. And I'm just going to put this on first, and then I think I'm going to try this lipstick, which is a bright pink, I think. See, now this is really pretty. You can see how the balm just kind of blended in the lip liner, and for an everyday look, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. The balm feels smooth and creamy. I like it. Now the other thing we received is from Illamasqua. I still don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it is in the color, I don't know. Very pretty packaging, lightweight, but here is the color. There it is there. It actually pairs pretty well with the lip liner. Now this normally isn't a pink that looks good on me because of my skin tone, but I think paired with those, I think it looks beautiful, and I don't think it looks bad with this look at all. I actually like it. It's very smooth, it's very creamy, goes on beautifully. Again, I don't know its lasting power because it's a bullet lipstick. But overall, I really like my look. I said it's fun, it's different, it's not something that I usually do. I really do think you can get neutral, not necessarily neutral, but more of an everyday look out of this if you're using maybe these colors and don't put, you know, a rainbow effect on your eye. I think it's a very usable palette for a lot of people, but you could also have a lot of fun with it, which is what I did today. I really loved my boxes this month. I was very happy. I'm looking forward to using his products. I will have to use this brush in another video because I am excited to try it out and see what it was. This blended out the contour very, very nicely. It's very soft. I really enjoyed it. So but let me know what you think of this. I know it's out of the box for me. Let me know if you've tried any of the products that you received in your boxes and how you're liking them and what your thoughts are. But most of all, I have to tell you that how much I adore you and love you and appreciate you every single day of my life. It's so important for me to always remind you of that. And of course, my friends, whatever part of this world you're in on around, I hope you're having an amazing day and amazing week. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Much love, everybody. Bye.